Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to News Now, and for my second video of the summer, let's talk about let's talk about video streaming services. So when I say video streaming services, what comes to mind? Well, for most people they would think of either one of two things, Netflix or Amazon Prime. And for those of you who don't know, I don't know who doesn't know what Netflix and Amazon Prime are, but for those of you who do not know, Netflix and Amazon Prime are both video streaming services, much like music streaming services like Spotify or Apple Music, but with limited selective content. So not all movies, TV shows, videos ever made is going to be on Netflix and Amazon Prime. So why did I name this video Netflix versus Amazon Prime? Well, I'm actually going to be comparing the two head to head and seeing which video streaming service works better for you. There are tons of things to consider, from the amount of content to the cost of a membership, to the UI, to the original content, to a lot of other things that I'm going to be comparing. This is literally the ultimate comparison between Netflix and Amazon Prime, the two kings or queens of video streaming services. So guys, before I start, please leave a thumbs up on this video and comment below with a supportive comment, because this video took me a really long time to prepare. You have no idea how much criteria I went through and all the research I had to do into this project. I worked on it at school, so this has been going on for almost a month now, and I'm really happy to be presenting this video to you now. So here are the criteria. First, amount of content. How much content do each of these video streaming services have? The second factor is cost. The third, UI or user interface. How does it feel when you're interacting with the app? Fourth, original content. This is basically original produced content that is exclusive to each of these video streaming services and that you can't find anywhere else. The quality of original content. What are some notable series that you can find from these original content from each of these special video streaming services? The user base. How many people are subscribed or how many people use these services? Supported devices. Which devices do Netflix and Amazon Prime support? Unique features. What are some things that Netflix brings to the table that Amazon Prime doesn't, or vice versa? Kid friendly. Is it kid friendly? Yes or no? Earnings. How much money do each of them make? Now this one is especially very difficult for me to do, but I'll be getting onto it a little bit in a second. Status. How is everything looking in each of these video streaming services? And finally, the verdict. The final decision and final answer, a straight yes/no answer for which one you should be getting. Alright, now let's go back to the top and start with the first criteria, amount of content. So let's start with Netflix. Netflix has over 5,000 series and movies on their site. And all of these are offered in HD and some of them in 4K as well. So because of this, that's a lot of movies and TV shows. But Amazon takes it to the next level with over 20,000 series and movies to offer, and also they have deals with many more TV show providers, which allows them to provide greater amounts of content at a time. So when they refresh their site with new and exciting content, there's going to be a lot more than what Netflix has to offer. So in amount of content, Amazon Prime takes it by a lot. Second is costs. Which one costs more, and is the cost justified? Well, with Netflix, it starts at $8 a month, and you get a 30-day free trial at the beginning. It can go up to, I believe, $13 a month, although I'm not sure about that. Actually, I think it's $15 a month. Either way, it doesn't get over $20 a month. On Amazon's side, it actually starts at $99 a year, which is about $8.25 a month. So barely any more expensive than Netflix, but they do provide some additional benefits with this Amazon Prime membership, with providing additional benefits such as free shipping for Amazon products, music streaming. Amazon has their own music streaming service, unlimited photo storage in their Amazon app, etc. So a lot of additional benefits you get from having this Amazon Prime membership besides just the video content. So for costs, Amazon Prime takes it yet again. UI, the user interface. How does it feel to interact with Netflix and Amazon Prime? Well, with Netflix you have a dark background and a very nice red, flary red logo It's very simplistic and intuitive, and it's more tailored to the user's taste because there's a lot of recommended content. On the other side, you have Amazon Prime, which has a lighter background, but it's not super irritating even at night to use. However, the logo is quite ugly and generally disliked, and it's a very complicated and mostly counterintuitive user interface. And it's also not really tailored to users' taste, and they don't really offer recommended content that the user would be interested in. So in general, for UI, Netflix definitely takes the cake on this one. Netflix is just so much easier to interact with. Alright, now we're moving on to the fourth criteria, original content. How much original content does each video streaming service have? So for Netflix, there are over 150 original series / movies that they have originally produced exclusive to Netflix only. On the Amazon Prime side, you have 55 plus original series and movies. So not quite as much as Netflix, and actually Netflix is growing much faster in this original content than Amazon Prime currently is. So I think Netflix takes the cake on original content as well. Now we have quality of original content. What are some notable series or movies that have come from each of these video streaming services? Well, on the Netflix side, I'm just going to list a couple that you probably have heard of. 13 Reasons Why, House of Cards, the Marvel content such as Marvel Luke Cage, Marvel Daredevil, Marvel Iron Fist, Marvel Jessica Jones, and upcoming Marvel Defenders, which is getting a lot of people hyped for the summer. Stranger Things, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, 13th, and much more. On the Amazon Prime side, you have not as many. You have The Man in the High Castle, Mozart in the Jungle, Hand of God, Alpha House, and Transparent, to name a few. I really think that Netflix offers much better original content. The budgets are higher on their side, and also their series are more popular. I'm sure you've heard of some of those that I mentioned. 13 Reasons Why has been very controversial, but extremely successful as well. The Marvel content is getting a lot of people hyped as well, and they might even do a crossover with some of the big Marvel movie cast and or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is an ABC production, something much more large scale than what Amazon Prime is doing. Next is user base. How many people are using this? Because if nobody's using the video streaming service, why would you want to pay for it? So on the Netflix side, you have 100 million plus users, which is a lot of users. There's a predicted 130 million plus users by the year of 2020. So in 3 years, there will be 30 million more, over 30 million more users on Netflix. Alternatively, on the Amazon Prime side, you have currently 30.5 million plus users who are currently subscribed to Amazon Prime. There's a predicted 64 million plus users by 2020. So a bit more of an increase than Netflix is predicted to have. But first of all, these numbers aren't exactly accurate. And in general, Netflix has infinitesimally way more subscribers than Amazon Prime could even hope for. So in user base, Netflix definitely wins. Supported devices. Okay, well, first of all, Netflix and Amazon Prime both support tablets, phones, desktops, laptops, televisions, game consoles, Blu-ray players, and video streaming boxes like Apple TV and Chromecast. However, Netflix does support many more manufacturers than Amazon Prime does. So let's say you have a Sharp TV and a Samsung TV. Maybe Amazon Prime only works on the Samsung TV and not the Sharp TV. However, it's much more likely that Netflix will support both. So in terms of supported devices, again, Netflix wins. And unique features, there aren't that many on the Netflix side. You have multiple users, so you can actually have multiple accounts and have multiple different people with their own recommended content on each of the profiles. And you have a dedicated kid-friendly user section, which I find really helpful. On the Amazon Prime side, they really went all out. You have X-Ray, which is a contextually aware sort of AI program, you could say, that based on what you're seeing on the screen at a certain time and what you're watching, it will provide interesting information such as facts, trivia, goofs, and cast members, which is all provided from IMDb, I believe. They also have 4K streaming at the starting price, which is not available on the Netflix side. They also have 10 seconds forward and backwards, whereas on the Netflix side, you can only go 10 seconds backwards. Amazon Free Time only limits amount of watch time, not the content watched. Amazon channels, which are additional monthly fees, like HBO Now, Showtime, and Cinemax, are also available on Amazon Prime. So for unique features, Amazon obviously does win here. Alright, kid-friendly. Are each of these kid friendly? Netflix definitely is. They have a whole dedicated section. But Amazon Prime, although they do offer a kid friendly section, it's just less so. I mean, Amazon Free Time is a little bit limited, and kids don't really get as much out of it as they do with Netflix, which offers unlimited watching if you're a kid, and also if you're an adult. Just as long as you pay for it, it's free. It's unlimited watching. Alright, now we're going to talk about earnings. How much are each of these video streaming services earning? In Q1 of 2017, there was a reported $2.64 billion of earnings from Netflix. On the Amazon Prime side, there was an infinitesimally more $35.71 billion in Q1 of 2017. But Amazon has other services like Amazon.com and their smart products, which account for some of this income. So probably, I'm guessing, I could not find this during my research, but I assume Amazon Prime is equal to, if not a little bit lower than Netflix's earnings. However, I do say generally in earnings, Amazon does win here. Alright, now let's talk about status. How are each of these video streaming services doing currently? Well, let's talk about Netflix first. Their amount of content is actually currently decreasing. There's a lot, if you didn't know, Netflix actually takes a lot of their content away after a certain period of time to make room for new ones. Why they do this, I don't really know, but it's sort of like the same kind of mystery as why Apple removes old wallpapers to make space for new ones. It's just something we'll never know the answer to. Also, the cost is increasing incrementally over very long periods of time. Maybe 8 or 9 years ago, the highest price you could pay for a Netflix membership was around $10 to $12. Now it's more like $15 to $20. So although it's been a long period of time, the price is increasing incrementally. The UI is improving though. Netflix used to be really ugly and kind of counterintuitive to use, but now they've done a much better job and it's only getting better over time. Also on Netflix, the amount of original content is increasing a lot and very, very quickly. There are probably, each month there are probably at least 10 new Netflix original shows that are released with full seasons so you can binge watch. Also, the original content quality is improving as the budgets get higher and the competition grows even more fierce. User base is also increasing, although a little bit slower and behind expectations, is still growing very quickly. The supported devices amount is also increasing as well. Unique features amount is also increasing. Kid-friendly features are also improving, and earnings are increasing, obviously. If they weren't, that'd be pretty bad. On Amazon Prime, you have the amount of content incrementally increasing over long periods, so although it's not really increasing that much, at least it's not decreasing like in Netflix's case. The cost is also increasing incrementally over long periods, similar to that of Netflix. The UI is improving incrementally, but not really enough to make a difference within the next couple of years. The original content amount is increasing. The original content quality is improving. The user base is increasing again, but compared to Netflix, they have nowhere near the amount of subscribers that Netflix does. The supported devices amount is increasing. Unique features amount is increasing. Kid-friendly features are improving, and the earnings are also increasing. So here's the verdict. If you only want quality video content at a fair price and you're looking to replace your cable subscription, then get Netflix. However, if you are an avid Amazon user and you use a lot of their services such as Amazon Music, Kindle, Amazon.com, and Amazon Echo maybe, and you want more all-around benefits from Amazon, then get Amazon Prime. In general, for me, if I were to give you a straight yes/no answer right now on which video streaming service to use, I'd say get Netflix. It's cheaper. I really think the original content is really great, and they offer a lot of really, really good content that is just not there on Amazon. Amazon may have more stuff, and they may have stuff, and they may have an increasing amount of content, but if their content isn't good, then what's the point? So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. This video was really long, but I'm really, if you've stayed till the end, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for great tech reviews and comparisons just like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you as always in the next video.